Hi lovelies, happy 2021. We made it. If you're watching this, you made it. All right. So as you can see from the title, it is a story time, and this happened to me this year, and this is a lesson. My lesson that I learned from this story is that when you have a mode of doing things, stick to that. Let's jump right into the story. Is anybody drinking anything? Because I am. This story begins probably 10 years ago when I was in high school. So this is probably like 2010, 2011. May I tell you, it's a while back. So this is a story about my first ever girlfriend. I won't be using a fake name for this story time simply because I don't want to. I met this girl, Nissa, when I was on a bus going home. We sat beside each other and I realized that she was gorgeous. So I think I told her something like, let's be friends or whatever. If you guys know me from them time, they wanna know say I make friends easily. I think we exchanged social media, we exchanged numbers or whatever, and we became friends. She was a bit taller than me, but we had the same body type, we wore the same clothing size, and we wore the same shoe size. For me, I was like, this girl just far from the heaven for me. You understand? That is what I thought. I don't know what she was thinking, but that's what I thought. Eventually, I developed feelings for this girl, so I expressed this, and she said, oh, she has feelings for me too. And I'm just like, okay, and we decided to date. Everybody that knew me during that time knew that girl, because I'm the type of person, when I love somebody, I'm so affectionate about them, I want to show them off. I was not a lesbian, I'm bisexual, and she also is bisexual, so I told her straight up, you can date boys. And she told me okay. She never protested or anything. So she had her boyfriends and I had my boyfriends as well. Not boyfriends, I think she had like a boyfriend during high school and I had a boyfriend, but either way. So she knew who my boyfriend was and he knew who she was, and I was comfortable dating two people, you know, and it was nothing sexual at that point in time. It was high school, just in case anybody is wondering. All throughout high school, we are good, and when we left high school, I remember going natural, and I convinced her as well to go natural, and I was the one that cut off her hair, and I also bleached her hair. And I remember going to my first color festival and I went there with her. I also remembered when I was going to Maths Unlimited, because I left high school and I went to Maths Unlimited. She was going to a school called Linton's, and I would walk up to Linton's, stand out there, wait on her. We would walk, go down to Limelight, sit, talk and talk and talk, and then I would put her on a bus because she lived in Portmore at that point in time. And then I would walk to my taxi stand, go by my taxi and got my yacht, and that was our relationship, and we were fine and alright. At least in my eyes, we were fine and alright. And I believe that it was 100% honesty between us. You see, if I met a guy that I liked, I would tell her about this or whatever, and she would tell me as well. I would meet her boyfriends. Some of them I did not like, not because I was jealous or anything. She dated some idiots and I made it known. Just like when my friends are dating idiots, I tell my friends, like, you know, you're dating somebody stupid. Am I going to say it in a disrespectful way? Not really. I am blunt, but that's how I am. So I don't know if she took it a certain, well, I later found out that she took it a certain way, but you understand, she never once looked at me and told me that she had a problem with me giving my opinion or whatever, because if she did, I would have stopped. Anyways, fast forward to about 2015. This girl gets up one day and she tells me that she is going to school in the US. Out of the blue. Her and I never had this conversation before. I think it was culinary school or something like that. She told me this days before her visa interview, like maybe a week before her visa interview. Yes, that is the case. At that point in time, I was working at Mona. She was living all the way in Portmore. I think she rented an Airbnb in Ligani. Notice the space, you know. So she went to the interview and she got her visa, and she was leaving the week after she got it. Even though she was leaving and everything was unsure as it relates to our relationship and whatever, I was so elated. I was just like, oh my god, you're going to school, you're gonna be a chef and blah blah blah. And I was so excited for her. She calls me almost every day. She wants to go pay a bill, my follow her go pay a bill. She want to get some groceries at Sovereign, my follow her go get some groceries. And she was staying blocks, not even blocks away from me, but she was staying very close to where I worked. Her best friend was over the house. I'm not lie, I felt away. I feel away. You're calling me to do all of them something here, but you don't call me to stay over the house. I mean, I look on her sideways and I'm like, man, this don't feel right. I told her when she had about 3 days left, and I said, why don't you invite me over the house? And she literally said, she's the one leaving and she not run down nobody. I said, alright, I know what the fuck me do. Me fall back. The day before she was supposed to leave, I think she had a dinner for like her family and whatever, and it's one of two things. I don't remember which one it was. It's either she invited me and I declined, or I wasn't invited. More than likely she invited me and I declined, because at that point in time I already feel like me and everybody else. I used to think that I'm your girlfriend, me upon this pedestal, we'll go out, we'll do all of them something here together. But in this moment, I felt like a nobody in your life, and me not go sit down at one table and kiki hoo with everybody and I laugh up and whatever, knowing that you don't even care about me that much to spend some time with me before you leave. I'm gonna know when me I see you. She left, and I think a few days after she left, I messaged her. I asked her if she reached safely and everything, and she's telling me yeah and whatever. She told me that she was staying with an aunt up there, which I never did hear about before in my life, but okay. I think we spoke about it again, and she got very defensive about the whole subject about me not being invited over the house. So I told her straight up, I said, well, I no longer want to speak with you, because what you did, I felt that it was disrespectful. And yeah, she would message me occasionally, happy birthday or how are you or whatever, and me never answer the message them because I was hurt, and you would try sweep it under the rug, and me not in that. Back in 2016, I think, a few months after she left, she messaged me. So I'm going to pull up the messages. I'm going to have them on screen, but I'm also going to be reading from them. She sent me her face and say, you know, send me back your number, changed my cell and number. I sent her my number, and the next year, which is 2016, she messaged me and she told me happy birthday, hope you enjoy your day, and I say thanks. I messaged her a happy birthday, but messaged her upon the wrong day. She sent me one bag of emojis. I sent her a question mark, and then she said, I never got why you are so mad at me. I just want some clarifications, and then I'll let you be. And in the second message I said, did we not do this on WhatsApp? Because we have this conversation already. This would have been the third time we're having this conversation. Why am I need to repeat myself? So she said, I vaguely remember. I just think it was some BS, to be honest. Listen to this, now. So I said, you were staying up the road from where I was working. You leaving. You found it convenient to ask me to follow you places, but not actually go out as a send-off. You then said, you're the one leaving. You have no time to be chasing behind anyone to see you. There it ended. She said, that's why you don't talk to me anymore, and the way you look at things is different than me. I could never be mad at you for something that small, really. But now that I know that's why you're mad and nothing else, okay, I get it, and I apologize if you took it offensively. Firstly, when someone is apologizing, when they say, oh, I'm apologizing if you took offense to it. No, I took offense to it, and that's why you need to apologize. But you see this conversation, she knows the truth about what happened. I don't know the truth. She has the opportunity right here to tell me the truth, but she's choosing not to, and she's also choosing to make me feel bad about my decision to not speak with her. But you see, my gut feeling is something will always dip on 100, you know, and I just knew something was fucked up about the situation, but it gets worse. So after I said that, she said, I would like to see you though. I do miss you, and if you don't, that's completely fine. I understand. Thanks for taking the time to hear my 2 cents. I told her, it was an offense. You wouldn't see it that way, and you might have seen it as a small thing, but for me, it was a big deal, especially for someone who I cared about. Showed me a lot. Okie dokie. Sorry again. Like, that is so fucking dry. So I said, you have no need to be. It's whatever at this point. Why I responded and I said that, at this point in time, I realized that she didn't care. The next messages that were exchanged between us was last year when we actually reconnected. So let me tell you what happened during the span of 2015 to 2019. I think the first time she came back to Jamaica was in 2017, and we saw each other. I think all the times that we saw each other was at Devon House, because you know, we don't really have parks like that in Jamaica, so Devon House is somewhere central, and we sat and we started to talk. Well, she was doing the talking because I was just sitting there barefaced, right? And this girl started bawl. And as I cry, me never feel no. I did not feel like me never move. My heart just never did move.
Situation, like you know I'm trying.
So I told her, you know, I'm gonna go, and she said okay. I think we met up three more times after that. She did the same fucking thing. We sat there and she cried. She came back to Jamaica once and she didn't ask to see me, but I will tell you what happened that one time when she come back at Jamaica. So in September, right, she called me. She said that she's here, that she wants to see me, blah blah blah. So I said, well, I'm at Devon House, because I was there with my friend Shanice. She came there and she did the regular routine, sit down in front of me and a ball. She invited me to go to Golden Eye with her and 2 other people. This guy, I've never met this guy before, and her friend Renisha. Renisha plays an important part in this story, but I'm not ready for that yet. And yes, Renisha is her real name, because I'm using that girl's real name, okay? Check out myself and go Golden Eye. The vlog is on my channel. After this video, I think I'm going to take down the vlog, because you can see on that vlog that my energy was off and I was miserable as fuck. I know I should have said no to the trip, but I said yes for whatever reason, but I was so uncomfortable down there, and I figured that the guy that I saw at Devon House was her boyfriend or something, because you know they were kind of paired off. So myself and the Renisha girl did kind of stick together. If you guys watch the Golden Eye vlog, you will see that I was mainly either by myself or with this Renisha girl. Anyways, I came home and I was upset, but I realized that I still cared for her. So I cried and I was just like, why can't I forgive this girl? Me Google it, like how to forgive people and them something there, because I have this unforgiving spirit about me. Once you fuck me over, you're dead to me. And I looked inside myself and said, you know what, I'm going to forgive her completely. I invited her to Night Carnival to kind of just squash things, and she said she would come. In the night, she told me that she wasn't feeling so wonderful or whatever, but she would come by my house while I get ready, and then she'll go about her business. She came over to my house, and my friend Gabby was over here and we were getting ready, and she kind of just sit down in the corner, and we didn't really exchange much words. I was mainly talking to Gabby and whatever. And then when we were in the cab going to the party, because the cab was going to drop me and my friend off at the party, and then she was going to go back to wherever she was staying. I held her hand in the car and I told her, I forgive you. And she looked at me and tears started welling up in her eyes, and then I said, I really and truly forgive you. And then I gave her a little hug, and then I said, I will message you when I get home. For me to do that and say that, it took a lot out of me. Let me tell you, say, it was like going against my better nature. But I did that. I did that because I really and truly loved this girl. In the morning, we started texting, and she had to leave that same morning, and I asked her how was the flight and whatever when she got home. We're catching up. Anything you want to tell me, just tell me from now and whatever. And then she told me she have one more thing to tell me, but she'll wait. So I said, no, let's get it all out right here. So put it up on the table. So then this girl drop a bomb. Me I tell her, say, me never expect this at all. My girl say, okay, well, I'm married.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
Like that take me sideways. And then everything that happened in 2015, she start explain that to me. Start connect up now. And it makes sense. Oh boy. When this girl look at me and tell me that she was applying for culinary school and she got through, this girl applied for her K1 fiance visa. This girl was engaged. And why I couldn't go over to the house is because the fiance was over the house. And the best friend knew everything, and that's why the best friend could have go over the house, because he knew who the best friend was and everything. And then I asked her, why would she lie about something like that? And me I tell her, said this girl paid me out to be a monster. This girl literally told me that she didn't want her two worlds to collide, and every time that I met a boyfriend of hers, I always said something bad or something mean. So she thought that I was jealous and I wanted her to myself. And she also said that the only reason why she was dating boys is because I was dating boys, which never made no sense to me, because I never met this girl as a lesbian. I met her as a bisexual. She then went on to tell me that I was very unapproachable and I wasn't really warm and she couldn't really talk to me. And I sat there and I listened to everything that she had to say. I'm not going to invalidate someone's feelings. If that is how you felt, that's how you felt. But knowing what I know now, it's all an act. Everything that she told me, she just told me a bunch of bullshit for make me feel bad, because this girl is a master manipulator. So I asked her, you know, what's happening here, because you are married. So she told me that she's always wanted a throuple. So I said, okay, so that would be me, you, and your husband. And then she said, yup. And I thought about it and I said, you know what, if this is someone that she truly cares about, I can learn to care about this person as well. So I told her, yeah, no problem. But you know, I'm already in a relationship right now, so you know, ask for code dead. And then she said, yeah, we know that you're in a relationship, but eventually if it's a case where we would want you for ourselves, would you be okay with that? So I said, of course, you know, because again, love this girl like a what. And then at this point in time in my relationship, if you guys watch my video about me and the man, my 5-year open relationship, I can link it up here. So the man was bullshit. I told her, I'm willing to do this if you're 100% honest to me. If you lie to me again, Nissa, I don't think we can work. One little lie, I don't think it can work. I don't want you to lie to me. And this girl looked at me. Well, I think we were texting, and she said that that is fine and okay with her, and I was good. I was happy, because that is my only condition. Every freaking day we spoke, and we spoke about everything. We spoke about life, we spoke about this, we spoke about that, we spoke about the past, we spoke about all of these things, everything underneath the sun. We spoke about sex. This might be a little bit of a TMI, but yeah, we've never been intimate before, and I've never really done certain things with a female. I think this is the way the universe wanted it to be. That's why everything else with any other female over the 4 years that her and I weren't speaking, it never did work out because she was my person. So me that think what I made me was, so we're there being reminded about everything, and we're being all lovey-dovey and whatever, and we were also being very sexual over the phone. Mind you, it's me and her talk, and we were exchanging pictures, and we were doing the video calls and all of them niceness there. So I kept on pressing and pushing and telling her, hey, we kind of need a group chat or something where your husband can be involved in these type of conversations, like whatever we're saying, whether it's funny memes or whatever, I would want him to like be a part of these conversations. So she's telling me, no, he's not that type of person. He said that he would prefer when we get back to Jamaica to sit down and get to know you that way. I didn't have a problem with that, but I was also not comfortable speaking with her alone since it's that type of situation. So she told me that she's planning a trip for February. So I'm like, okay, yay. For the trip in February, she came a week or 2 weeks before her husband came, and then her husband was going to come and spend 2 weeks. She was supposed to stay over her mom's house for a week, and then she was supposed to stay over my house for the other week, and then the third week all three of us would go to the country, and then for the last week we would be in Kingston at an Airbnb, right? Just spending time getting to know each other, blah blah blah. So my birthday is in December and her birthday is in January. So she asked me what I wanted, and I just told her, you know, oh, get me this brush set, which end up never reached me. Not her fault still. So come here, and I surprised her with a photo shoot because she's never done a photo shoot before, blah blah blah. And then we went for sushi in one of the days. The same day of the sushi date, it kind of got a bit late, so she decided to stay over my house. And when she was over my house, I was cuddling her, and then she's like, you know, stop. So I'm laughing, and I'm just like, we're not going to do anything, right? Because it wasn't a situation where we could have done anything anyways. She then says, you're making me very uncomfortable. And y'all, I felt so fucking bad. I felt so bad because my aim was not to make this girl feel uncomfortable. But we spoke about things like this over the phone. We spoke about cuddling. We spoke about kissing and stuff like that. So why now when I'm doing it, it's a problem. It's an issue. Anyways, she was on some medication, and maybe that was making her uncomfortable. I wasn't sure. So I woke up the next morning pretty early, and then I called a friend. And I told him what happened, and my friend said, just ask her. So came back into the house and I said, oh, question, were you uncomfortable last night because of what I was doing, or it's because of the meds? And then she's just like, oh, the meds. So she got up, got dressed, go about her business, and I got dressed and I went to the doctor's office. I'm sitting there waiting to find out if I'm going to do surgery or not. And then she sends me a message, hey, are you still at the doctor? So I told her, yeah, I'm still at the doctor. What's up? Message me when you get home. I'm like, no, Nissa, tell me what you have to tell me right now. She sends a text and say, I don't know if I ever told you, but my husband and I, we're a package deal, and I can't do anything with you unless he's here. So I respond and I say, okay, but you never told me this. My girl say, I'm married, what do you expect? Listen, you say I could have named the phone at that right in time. Would I name the phone? Half the things that we were talking about would not have been a conversation if I knew that this was the deal. So I was so upset and I was so angry because now I feel manipulated. So I called her. And I said, so that means that you lied to me. She said, no, my husband and I had this conversation before I left to come down there, but it was always a thing. Let me say it was always a thing. But you never did tell me this from the jump. So I said, listen, you're the most selfish bitch that I've ever met in my life. I'm gonna just hang up the phone now, yes. So I was very upset and I called her in the cab ride going home, and I'm like, so you knew all along that we weren't supposed to do anything and whatever, and you decided to keep this from me and lie to me. And you see, for me, it wasn't even the sex. Cause to be honest, man, I give a fuck about that. I really don't. What upset me is the fact that you lied and you knew that you were lying. And this is one thing I asked you not to do, and you did that. Nissa was supposed to come over to the house. So when I calmed down, I told Nissa to come over to the house anyways. Because Nissa is a person like this. If we have a conflict or an argument or anything, she doesn't want to talk about it. She would rather sweep it under the rug or smile and say, okay, and that's it, we're fine and dandy. Me want to talk till a morning. I want to talk till Jesus come and touch me on my shoulder and say, girl, stop it. Anyways, we sat and we spoke about it and we spoke about it. And remember further up in the story when I told you that she came to Jamaica once and didn't ask to see me? Yeah, so she told me that when that happened, she tried to do a throuple with someone else that I know, but it didn't work out. Mind you, it's like 3 people where me know she and a fair friend them. Everybody else that she knows is like through me. So that would be my friends technically, but none of my friends them don't really contact her like that. I asked her, who is this person that you tried to be a throuple with? She don't want to tell me. Must I tell me? Fucking Renisha. So I got pissed. I'm just like, you of your friend, because me not think that somebody could have fucked my husband and me call them friend, but anyways, you have your friend that you try to be in a throuple with, smiling in my face, talking to me, and we go and trip on them something there. That's disgusting. Why the fuck would you do that? When I'm in emotional distress, I'm sick, I can't eat, I can't sleep or whatever, and I was very uncomfortable with having her in my house. But I made a decision that we're going to stay in this house and we're going to talk, we're going to reach some form of agreement or something. Apparently she gets sick as well, and she was very sick, and she even went into the bathroom and she threw up. So I made her a cup of tea, and she was there sitting on the ground, and I gave her the tea, and she kind of did there and she sip it. And then I don't remember if we fell asleep or what, but in the morning got a chance to think about it, and I said, if we go down to the country, there will be no sex. So she said, oh, we weren't planning to have sex, blah blah blah. Then I said, no, you don't understand. There will be no sex at all. I am not having sex with either of you guys, and you guys are not having sex with each other. Cause how that makes sense? She's shocked. So I'm just like, what do you expect? How do you think that the arrangement was going to go? So I'm going to go down to the country with you guys, spend the whole day down at the country with you guys, and then me I go in my room, and then two uno I go in a phone room and una go fuck. So I'm giving up stuff and you guys give up nothing at all. How is that fair? So she's like, oh, that man is a man that like him sex. So I'm like, and you can't give up the sex for a week or 2 weeks? So I said, so this is the arrangement. It's either you guys are going to do that, or we can just call this thing quits from now. She called him and I explained my stance to him, and he said, okay, he will think about it. So anyways, she told me that she wanted to go home. I couldn't keep her captive in my house. So I'm going to tell her, alright, no problem, call a taxi. This girl started pack up everything. When I saw her packing everything up, I knew that she had already made her decision. She'd take her suitcase, it's like 3 suitcases, and you know, would carry the suitcase to the gate, put it in the taxi, and she gives me a little hug and say, alright, bye, I'll message you later. So I'm like, okay. I don't remember if it's the next day that this happened or later on in the afternoon. She calls me and she's crying and she's just like, oh, I have to break up with you, which is what I expected. So she goes, sometimes when you love somebody, you have to let them go and blah blah blah. I told her we cannot be friends. We definitely really and truly can't be friends. She was just manipulative, and at that point in time when she didn't have me in her grasp, she decided, oh, you know, she's not my idiot anymore. Remember, go about my business. The story don't end right there. So because all this time I thought that was the type of person that she was and that was it, and it just means she do that too. No. So a few years ago, a girl messaged me and told me that she's trying to get in contact with Nissa because she has her graduation picture and she needs to find her. So I messaged Nissa and I said, hey, this girl is messaging me. What should I tell this girl? Nissa is then going to say, oh, this girl is a stalker. Just ignore her. So that is what I did. But no, years later, I don't know this girl. I've never seen this girl. But I saw the page on Twitter, and somehow a spirit or something just messaged this girl. So I did just that. And this is how the conversation went. I say, hey, I don't know if you know me or maybe you do, but I'm trying to find out if you are who I think you are. I know that you know Vanessa. Did she give you a grad pic a few years ago and you were trying to get in contact with her through me? And this girl says, hey, yeah, I'm that person, LOL. Mind you, I've never seen this person before in my life. I did not know who this girl was. The only way that I knew this girl is through the one message where the girl sent me looking for Nissa. So my spirit just say, yo, message the girl. And so I said, question just for clarification, because this is something I should have done all those years ago. It's curiosity more than clarity at this point, LOL. What happened between you guys? Then she says, she disappeared that summer and I saw you and her at the Color Festival party, and then she disappeared again. But I was like in love with her at the time, so I was trying to get in contact somehow. So I said, how did you get her pic? She gave me. I said, I know it's weird asking all these years later, but I found out a whole lot about her a few months ago. Also that she's the biggest liar I've ever met in my life. So I remember her saying you were stalking her, but it didn't make sense because you having her grad pic never sat well with me. So when I checked her Twitter, I saw you and I don't know, just felt like I should ask you out of curiosity, especially since everything I found out. Why would she be entertaining someone she claimed has been stalking her? So you two were just friends? Then she answered, stalking her? LOL, my word. Man, I do such things. I stay in my lane. And as it relates to were you two just friends, she said, throughout? No. So I said, that's why I said it makes no sense. You were together? And this girl said, way back when she was going to Linton's, and like I said, when she disappeared that summer, I was trying to contact, because I mean, when you love someone, you want to know why they disappeared or what's going on. But I mean, I figured that you two may have been a thing back then too. So I said, we've been together since like third form in high school. We had been. So anyways, this girl was straight up cheating on me, and I'm like, wow, did I really ever know this girl? Because in the back of my mind, I thought that she just lied to me about the marriage and whatever. Now it's a whole different ballpark, and I'm just like, you can't serious. The girl then explained to me that she knew about me, but she didn't know that we were a couple, and Nissa would tell her that I am mean. So that's why she doesn't want me to meet her and whatever. And then she went ghost on this girl. And then she come back and she tell this girl a whole lot of lies. You think so she tell me lie? And I'm like, yo, Anna, me alone should do it to you. See, if she did it to me alone, I wouldn't feel so bad. But this girl do it to everybody apparently. Because if she did this to this girl, who else do it to? Like, lying is just so easy. It just comes so easy to you. I was so disgusted at what she did to this girl. She ended up crying to the girl and telling the girl that she don't want to lose her and blah blah blah. Mind you, Nissa had this girl blocked on everywhere. The only place that this girl can message her is on Twitter, because Nissa blocked her on Instagram, Nissa blocked her on Facebook. She doesn't even have Nissa's number. And they talk like once a year or twice a year. So now for her to be crying and to be saying, oh, I don't want to lose you, blah blah blah, and I'm going to call you in the week and explain everything, which, to be honest, maybe she called her and explained shit, but her explanation was probably all lies. Nissa just likes having people in her back pocket for whatever reason. I don't fucking know, because if I did not tell this girl the truth about what happened in the past, Nissa wouldn't give a shit about this girl, which is so sad, because you don't do that to people. You just don't fucking use people and then just gamble your business. So last year when we got back together, Nissa messaged the girl these messages. Nissa says, hey, I got back with my girlfriend, let's see how it goes this time around. This girl said, didn't know you had a GF, hopefully it works out. Oh, my girlfriend from high school. So she's like, say my government name, me I can block it out, me do want my government name on the internet. So she said, yo. So she's like, whoa, never would have thought. Then Nissa is going to lie to this girl and say, why is that? LOL, we were in an open relationship that's kind of drifted to friends, then togetherness, then separation, which was never the case. Nissa and I were never friends. We started off as friends and we never ever drifted apart or any of that. What had happened was everything that I said. So I don't understand why she's gonna say, oh, we were in an open relationship. So literally she used the fact that I was in an open relationship at that point in time to then tell this girl that we were in an open relationship. What had happened was you could date other men, but if you date an ex-woman, you give a bun. That's how I saw it, and that is our understanding of the relationship. So now she's turning it around and saying that we had an open relationship. Fuck, I only found out what an open relationship was probably 6 years ago. So girl, and to see this in text coming from her, I don't even know why the fuck I was shocked. So anyway, she could say something like, lesbian relationship ain't easy, blah blah blah. But the last message, something in the last message kind of got me, because this girl asked her, so she's like her soulmate? And Nissa's answer was, that's a good question. I don't really believe in soulmates, if I'm being honest. I just think we understand each other well. And when I saw that message, I realized the type of shit person that she really was, because we loved each other, we really cared about each other, and I wouldn't say soulmates per se, but the fact that you reduced me to, oh, we just understand each other, that is some bullshit. In a few months, I knew more about her than all of those years that I knew her, and that is really fucking scary. But I'm guessing that is why the universe kind of brought her back into my life, so I could see the type of person that she really and truly is. I know this video probably like a long, but I just had to tell y'all everything because it was a whole trip. If you made it this far in the video, leave a comment, because this is actually the first video that I'll be doing my credit giveaway for. So I don't know, say next week Friday I will be announcing the winner. So if you don't want to win a little credit for put on your little cell phone, just leave a comment below. It doesn't matter what the comment say. You can say I, you can leave a heart, you can, it don't matter, just blow up the comments them, you understand, and leave a like and all of these niceness. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember to be a beautiful soul, not just a gorgeous face. And until next time, enjoy your weekend. Bye. The husband didn't even know that I didn't know that he exists until fucking January.